think iOS 10 made the cameras look better on the iPhone 5S, which doesn't make any sense. It must just be a placebo effect or something. Or is it? Hey guys, Sean here. I am standing in my, what you would call, about to go out to some event sort of thing, so I'm taking the quick intro to the video area. I should work on that title, maybe. Hey guys, Sean here. I am standing in the, I'm about to go out to some sort of event, so I'm doing the intro video before I leave wing of my apartment. There's the electrical box, as you may have remembered from a previous video. So apparently, DC Comics has, for the third year in a row, made an official Batman Day, which is today, September 17th, 2016. When you realize you're holding a tripod and you can just set it up. I didn't know it was going to be Batman Day until yesterday, but luckily I already had plans for today that perfectly fit in with the theme of Batman Day. As you can see, I'm dressed for the part, so let's go out on this adventure that I have planned for today. So I am headed to the Long Beach Convention Center for the Long Beach Comic Con, and I'm going to have special events that I'm going to be doing, but you'll see.
So it makes movement in the cabin feel a lot more claustrophobic, right? It's easier to get trapped in the cabin, but there's a lot of reasons to be in the cabin, right? And so you might...
I'm having a hard time finding vinyl pop figures. I don't know where they... Oh, here's some.
I need like 3 more stories.
So I'm leaving the convention. I met two Batmans and got my picture with two Batmans. I met Wonder Woman and also Robin, but I've met him at two other conventions. I have no idea what that is. Man, that was a long walk back. Okay, truth be told, Long Beach Comic Con was actually 2 days ago. I just kind of forgot to shoot an ending to the video. Plus, I kind of wanted to summarize the whole Long Beach Comic Con experience. As you may have noticed, I go to a lot of conventions in the LA area. I already went to a Halloween convention earlier, and now I went to a comic book convention. There's at least one more comic book convention I know of that is happening this year, which is Kamikaze, that I plan on going to. And then there's about 2 more between then and the next Halloween convention. But Long Beach Comic Con is probably my favorite overall. This is for a multitude of reasons. First off, it's within walking distance of my apartment, so that kind of helps a little bit. It's very local to me. I'm by no means a Long Beach diehard person. I actually don't really like the neighborhood I live in, but the convenience of being able to walk to a convention and not having to worry about parking or anything like that is very unique. The second thing I really like about Long Beach Comic Con is, of all of the LA comic book conventions, the cosplayers there are easily the best of any of the conventions in LA. I don't know what it is, but at Long Beach Comic Con, they really step up their game. There's so many creative and interesting costumes, and just the detail that people put in them is incredible. I really didn't take a lot of footage of them because I'm a strong believer in cosplay is not consent. And I just don't really feel right going up to them and being like, hey, can I take video of you? Or hey, can I take a picture of you? I know that's part of the reason why they do it, but I don't really want to exploit them for my own video. The third thing I really like about Long Beach Comic Con is the photo ops that they get and the signings that they get. At Scare LA, there was only one photo op and one signing opportunity, and that was with Elvira. Now, I'm not saying that's nothing. I mean, that was a great thing. I never really thought I'd get around to actually getting a picture with Elvira and getting her to sign it later, but that was only the one thing, and the rest of it I didn't really care about so much. But this year's Long Beach Comic Con was extra special. It was Batman Day, and I don't know if they knew that when they booked Kevin Conroy to be there, but in the eyes of the people there, there's no bigger celebrity they could have gotten to be there for Batman Day. Even if they had gotten, like, Ben Affleck, he wouldn't have had as long of a line as Kevin Conroy did. To people who have watched Batman the Animated Series, it is the definitive Batman anything. And for them to finally meet him in person and say thank you for what he did and what he has done over the last 20 years is something that is very magical. And also, since they had Lauren Lester there, who did the voice of Robin in Batman the Animated Series, it really upped his stature too. I've seen Lauren Lester at other conventions, and he usually doesn't have a line waiting to see him. It's no knock against him, but when he was paired with Batman, every single person would go from Kevin Conroy to Lauren Lester. And then they had the photo op. I, of course, had to get my picture taken with the two of them. To someone who doesn't know, this is just a picture of me with two older gentlemen. But this is Batman and Robin. This is the definitive Batman and Robin, in my eyes, and a majority of people's eyes who grew up in the 90s. And to meet them on Batman Day was something special. But then, right next to Lauren Lester, was Troy Baker. Troy Baker has done an unnatural number of video game voices, and between him and Nolan North, they're pretty much, 70% of video games have at least one of the two of them in them, and then 20% have both of them in it? And then when you add Jennifer Hale and Laura Bailey in there, that's pretty much 100% of video games. Troy Baker has been the voice of Batman in many things, mostly video games. He is technically the most current Batman because he is the voice of Batman in a project which is being released episodically as we speak. So of course, it being Batman Day and just him being Troy Baker in general, I had to get my picture with him as well. We're doing some product features here of characters he's voiced. I also got to meet and get my picture taken with Susan Eisenberg, who is the voice of Wonder Woman in the Justice League cartoon, which was basically the spin-off series of Batman the Animated Series. Here's that picture. Let's spin it in here. And we'll spin it out. Good luck with that editing, Sean. But this is what I really like about Long Beach Comic Con, these opportunities. Last year when I went was the first time I ever signed up for one of these photo things or any sort of signing things. I've gone to conventions before and I never really did it, but I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that. That's something I've never experienced. Let's see what it's like to meet these people that bring you joy from watching them. So last year I got to meet John Barrowman, who is from Doctor Who and Torchwood and Arrow. And as you can see, I got him to sign the picture after we took it. I also realized that in this picture I am wearing the exact same outfit I'm wearing right now, except for the hat. But that's just because I thought it was good for a convention outfit. Don't judge. I also got to get my picture taken with Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Here she is presenting me with my lanyard so that I can get around the base. If you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you understand the reference. I would also like to point out I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt. I am not wearing the same Batman shirt. So I did actually wear two outfits to Long Beach Comic Con last year, but I went 2 separate days, so I didn't change while I was there. That would be weird. It's not like I was like, well, John Barrowman's on a DC TV show and Chloe Bennett's on a Marvel TV show, so obviously I have to change. I can't get my picture taken with... That would just be insane. But then last year, the thing that surprised me the most was the Animation Alley. If you haven't figured out by now, I am a huge fan of voice actors. When I was walking by the tables of all the voice actors, I saw a man sitting there that I recognized, and I'm like, wait, why is there not a huge line to meet him? There was no like fanfare or huge banner that he was there, and there was no, I don't even recall it appearing on the website that he was going to be there. This is a man who, all of you watching right now, you have heard his voice. You just don't know it. His name is Jim Cummings. For about the last 15 to 20 years, he has been the voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. You've heard his voice. He was the voice of Pete on Goof Troop. He was the voice of Ed, the crazy hyena in The Lion King. And, most importantly to me, he was the voice of Darkwing Duck. The best part about when he signed this, and he wrote, "Let's get dangerous," he said it as Darkwing Duck. And it was a magical moment. When you actually meet the people who do the voices of the characters, and they do it in front of you, there's nothing like that. No matter how old you are, you will instantly revert to the age you were the first time you heard that. And that's why I like Long Beach Comic Con. Of all the conventions I go to, it is the one that has the most opportunity to say thank you to the people who entertain me. And that is why I do this, in the hopes that maybe I entertain some of you. And so, with that, have a good however long it is until you watch my next video.